On today's episode of One Day the Submarine Will Get Into the Water, we are going to be installing bubbles in our personal submarine for the very first time. Well, I mean, like at least since like 1998.
What we want, right?
Right, I don't know. Whoa! You guys have been blowing up my inbox. Brandon J, we want to see the submarine. Brandon J, where's the submarine? It's sitting in this beautiful factory, and if you saw the last video, we tested out her heartbeat. We got to turn her on for the very first time, and surprise, surprise, she works. Today, however, we're testing out the lungs, the breathability of the submarine, and what I mean by that is today, we're gonna be turning on the air in the submarine for the very first time, which is basically like a bunch of air components and scuba components and a bunch of custom stuff that we'll explain later. But today's a big day. If the air works and the electrical works, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for the water.
I love to see it. Everybody's got their breakfast this morning.
That's why we were running a few minutes late. They're like, no, I need caffeine after yesterday.
That's funny, man.
So we're back at Off the Wall Adventures. We've got the tanks because we're trying to get some bubbles in this sub.
So these things, we can look at the date right here on here. We're gonna scrape this clean. Boom. So this tank's from February, so 2 of 1998. So we've got two types of inspections we do.
Okay.
There's a hydrostatic test in December of 2004.
Okay, December 2004, which is a long time ago.
Long time ago. That gets redone every 5 years.
Okay.
So we're gonna redo that test.
All right.
Because it's been 18 years. Since
It's been a long time.
Most of you guys aren't even that old.
Now, this is a visual test, and this one was last done. Where's that way down there?
That's 04. And
December?
December of 04.
December of 2004. All right, so these tanks are big, they're old, and they need inspections because they still could be used. Believe it or not, it's just a big chunk of aluminum metal that holds the air that we breathe. And these are the original ones. They came from South Barcelona, which is super cool. So I honestly want to keep them in the sub. The visual inspection's super easy, right? Like they take the caps off, they just look at everything, make sure it looks right. There's nothing obvious that's wrong with it. That happens every year. This hasn't been done since 2004, so it needs it every year from here on out. It also needs the hydro test that we talked about, which is a very complicated process, so I will let Garrett take it from here.
So a hydro test means they're gonna actually try to measure the permanent expansion of the metal in this tank. So what they're gonna do is fill it up with water and put it in a basically explosion-proof container.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they're gonna take it up to way past its working pressure, and they're gonna measure how much the water level goes up inside that little container. If it goes up too much, then there's too much expansion in the metal. They condemn the tank. You can never use it again.
Yeah, they all have air in it,
Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's air from
awesome.
1997 or 2004. In the event that we have to replace all of these tanks, what is a rough estimate?
So for the aluminum 80s, that's these yellow ones here. Those are going for about $250 right now.
Ooh, that's $1,000 in
per
yellow tanks.
tank. Yep, that's
Okay.
$1,000 in
Oh,
those.
boy.
And these are probably going to be they're the hundreds. They hold more air. They're probably around $320 right now.
Oh my gosh, dude.
So we want to get these things working. We don't want to have to replace
Bro, they better pass these tests, bro. That's literally over $2,000. Easy over $2,000 in scuba tanks right here. Yeah, if my sub ever sinks officially to the bottom, just go down there. The only thing that's worth anything is apparently the tanks.
the tanks out.
So what you guys haven't seen is for the last like 5 or 6 days, I have been teamed up with Off the Wall Adventures, which is my local scuba shop, trying to basically redesign and retrofit a bunch of very specific proprietary scuba equipment that was in this thing 20 years ago. And basically we got to get rid of that because you can't even service that stuff anymore. So we had to redesign it, and well, we found a solution. So ladies and gentlemen, this right here is our new and improved apparatus from 2022, not 1997. We're gonna get into this a little bit later, but essentially this is my breathing apparatus in case this whole thing sinks. So this is a safety piece of equipment. We have a pressure gauge so we can tell how much pressure would be in the tanks, which would sit behind me. And then, oh my gosh, the most important piece, this is retrofitted. It's still using some of the same components, just refurbished, if you will, that plugs into the submarine, which essentially brings air into the cabin that we can breathe and, well, gives her life. So the tanks are submitted. Garrett, the specialist, is on the way. We have retrofitted gear and brand new scuba tanks on the way as well. But in the meantime, let's chase down some electrical bugs with our boys the nautical bros.
Not a special connector.
Okay.
We just got to make sure that it's waterproof, because even that one, the way they sealed it with epoxy and everything, we'll probably have to get one, reseal it with epoxy, run all new connectors, all new wiring down to that.
Yeah, if you feel like we can replace stuff, let's just replace it.
Yeah, I would.
I think the deal is like back when they were building this in it's 1998, so they were probably building it in 95, 96.
Yeah.
They were using wires that are straight copper, and now there's been new technology, and there's like actual waterproofed, tin coated wires.
Yeah.
So you don't have to deal with those corrosions issues. So that battery box, you guys saw the acid everywhere. I didn't even know this, but apparently that can actually get inside the wires and run all the way up.
Yeah.
So that is basically what we're chasing today, is the wires work, but they're weak, and you don't want any type of issues when you're underwater, because once it goes, it goes. All right, we got forklifts, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that guy. He's lifting 4,000 pounds really high, guys. That could be our submarine lifter. Hear me out. We buy a mothership for it, and then we just buy a forklift to put on the mothership to...
That's going to be a big mothership to hold the forklift and to hold the submarine.
All right, we got it. Oh my God, you might be right? Oh, look at all that battery acid I now have in my submarine, or my scuba drawer. Oh, that is nice, baby. We got the batteries, and we got the forklift expert. This is the spot. Oh, we're in the forklift shop now, son. Hey, this is
what we were looking for.
We're in the right spot.
That looks like an 85.5.
This is the type of information we thought you could give us. That's a lot to us. It just looked like a big battery acid cell.
And generally these are drilled off, not cut, but that's fine.
Yeah, we had to do evasive action to remove them.
I understand. Are they in a steel tray?
They're in a fiberglass.
Fiberglass box.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're here to like revamp from bottom up. All the wiring and everything works, but we just want to make sure she has like a new heart.
A new one? Because this is not hermetically sealed. Everything can leak.
Right.
From the
Oh yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. Trust me, it's all in the back of my truck. Yeah. So the new packs would be already solved.
Correct.
The battery pack that we go with, just need to figure out the charger and the charger connection, so that way I can wire everything into the new panels, so I can plug the charger in inside of there.
And there's how many of those cells?
There's 12 total.
We gotta keep the same weight though, because that's the important part, is matching the weight that was in there, because that's part of the ballast to keep it balanced.
All right, as far as that technology, that hasn't changed. That's still
Yeah.
120 years old.
What's that?
Am I going to fit in it?
You'll fit in it. All of us will fit in it.
I fit in it.
Yeah, he fit in it with me.
But yeah, it's just got like this big old nose, and it's got these like airplane windows, and it's just kind of a cool little thing. So that's what we're bringing it back
Is
to
it by
life.
itself? There's no oxygen cables that come down to it or nothing like that?
It's fully operational, non-tethered, and it has its own air system in it. So it's basically just like a really big scuba tank if you think about it.
Yeah.
Are we looking at like $5,000, or are we looking at like $10,000? Are we looking like at $1,200?
Off the top of my head, ballpark, this would be inside the ballpark. You should be 5 or under.
5 or under.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so sub
not
5
including
grand.
the charge.
That's kind of what we thought too.
Yeah, that's.
This sticky note is maxed out right now. Man, we got a lot of info on this sticky note. I'm excited, man. This is great news. I really appreciate you helping us out with this. This has been the most important and scary component of this whole build, is figuring out what those are. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. You're literally a lifesaver for us. So I'm excited to hear from you. Get a battery pack in there.
Yes,
Awesome. Y'all take it easy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, and thank you for letting us film and everything. That helps us out so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, bud.
I don't know if you ever need help, but Central Florida Forklift was so incredibly nice to us, and that guy helped us out, man. So he's literally going to be powering the submarine in a big, big way. So battery tech has come a long way, forklift tech has come a long way, and he specializes in both of those. So now submarine tech from 1998 is about to get to the 21st century, 21st. Hey, are we in the 21st century?
Yes.
They both are like, Yes. 21st century. These tanks are not the original tanks. Remember, we sent the originals off to get hydro tested. Did those get sent off yet?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at us, ahead of the game. So we're gonna be using Off the Wall Adventures rental tanks to act as our air system.
You too, buddy.
I explained you as our underwater air compression scuba specialist.
I'll take it. That's the new title. Underwater air. Really just a scuba instructor, but
Yeah.
we'll figure this thing out.
Yeah, but forget that. I'll get you a name tag. Underwater air compression scuba specialist.
Yeah, I'm
Garrett.
gonna put that on my new engraved shirt.
Oh, come on, man. We're going so good. Just smashed into the door. This is basically a full air test today where we figure out what the hoses do. We figure out if there's leaks in the hoses, which we really won't be able to tell until we're underwater. And we get to breathe out of our brand new regulators and just kind of see how the system goes as far as air. And if we have any tweaks, Garrett is gonna solve them and find them. And if he doesn't, then it will be a nice watery adventure for me.
There you go. Yeah, pretty much we're just gonna hook everything up and make sure nothing goes pop. If nothing goes pop, we've done pretty good for today. And then we find little bubbles and little leaks, we can fix those easily.
If we hear that sound, that's a bad sign. Big old tanks, goodness gracious. One. All right. Moment of truth. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, it's connected. I have it connected. I've made it. I've made insertion. Look at that. That's freaking sick. Goes right there. Oh my gosh, brother, they're all in. They're all in now. Check her out, brother. Come on in.
You want all your valves closed, so that's good.
Are they closed?
Those are all closed, yeah. Open, so if you have it in line with it, like this, that's open.
Got it.
Blocking the
So they're all
line is
closed.
closed. So those are all, and also, little placard's gonna help you too. What I don't know
Is what those do.
those-
I know, bro.
No labels
I
on
saw that. And some are out like especially far.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. I know something runs
Yeah.
to here, and
Yeah,
those
yeah.
are both closed.
Yeah, and then you've got these guys too. These guys are closed.
Hey, look at that. That's a little free moving. Okay, that would be open. That's good. So those.
But then you have your reserve air, manual cockpit air inlet.
Oh, so I bet this is your reserve one, and these two are on the same line. Oh. Looks like no. These two are connected, so maybe that's your reserve. We'll find out. We'll see.
Today's all about pressing
Yeah,
switches,
just
bro.
we'll figure
But
it
the
out.
fact that there's so much pressure in these tanks, I mean, these are high powered. This is a lot of pressure going through these hoses, and they haven't seen pressure in a long time.
Yeah. So these hoses we know are good.
Yeah.
The hoses we're going to that we'd be concerned with,
These.
really, they're all inside
Yeah.
there.
They're
so
basically-
if it does blow, it's all
around our head, pretty much.
it's gonna be loud. You know what I just realized we don't have in here?
What's that?
That we probably need
What?
an air freshener. You can
Yeah.
stick one on the roof.
I'm gonna tell you, dude. I just ate pizza and my stomach is bubbling. And I'm doing us both a favor and just squeezing my
Dude.
my abs right now.
Because like even though you're gonna be underwater, like the bubbles come up.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, we need a backdoor tube.
We'll
We need a backdoor tube, bro. It's
gotta
like, dude,
go
just
out.
yeah,
Pipe
you
that
just
thing out of
actually just like arch it out.
yeah.
Just get dog. Oh, it's got air.
We've got air.
Okay.
There's nothing.
3,000
blew up.
3,000 psi.
Boom! We figured it out. So
All right.
now always open it all the way. So we want to crank that puppy open.
All right. Now, do you want to do something?
So what should we open that one or get all of them pressurized first and see
you
what
want to
happens?
open all of them?
I
mean,
say
I think
we do
that's
it that way.
just like going
I say we
hard,
do it that
but-
way. I say we do it that way.
All right.
I think it'd be cool.
We're gonna look at this gauge. We're gonna go ahead and start this one with air. Oh my gosh.
You got a leak there. That's an easy one. We're good.
That's an easy one.
This is why we're here.
This is why we have the high pressure underwater scuba line expert Garrett here. I give him a new expert name every time.
So you can see this tiny little O-ring is what blew.
Dang, it's gone.
So it got a little pinched.
All right, pressure, got it.
Boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to finally put air in the cabin for the very first time. I have no clue what's gonna happen, but we're gonna pull this lever and just hope nothing bad happens. Oh, I feel air. Well, I hear air.
Yeah,
Oh, right here. Right here.
What's up? I mean, that's kind of what we want, right?
Right, I don't know. Oh, shit! Oh, that's that again. Okay. Holy dude, that is... Bleed the system. Oh my gosh, yeah, we gotta fix that correctly.
Oh, yeah.
That is scary. That was the same little ring.
That was just that O-ring.
So we don't know technically what that air we felt. We don't know what that was. If that was a leak or if that is like a valve is open and it's letting air do its thing. Try this guy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Gosh, bro, it's so loud. Yeah.
It is loud.
Here we go.
Okay. Coming out somewhere.
Up front. Okay, Travis says it's up front. Really? So what is that though? What is maybe should we
maybe
try?
That's the note.
Oh, is that it?
So
Yeah.
that's changing something.
What about this guy?
I don't know what those are.
What is that? Oh, that's back here
That's
somewhere.
So we have air
Wait.
back there.
Oh, that's the rear.
Yeah, we've just got a leak.
Maybe we have
coming
a
out
leak
of-
here. Yeah. Yeah, I feel it blowing like crazy right here.
So when you pull this out, we'll be able to see where the hose is at in there, and it could be just a real simple O-ring. It could be a hose blown.
Okay.
We'll find out.
Okay. Well, it's still not terrible, right? Like
No.
there's like hoses down here with a bunch of lead, so there could be some stuff going on there. We got to figure out.
Did you see if anything was flowing here?
Oh no. Oh, look at it. It's all the way to the
way up.
top.
So let's see if we can control that flow. No. Okay. Yeah, so that's because it's not getting regulated because it's just flowing right through.
Right. Okay. So, your expert opinion, we have an air leak somewhere in here.
Yep.
So, we actually are going to tear all this apart for electronics anyway. So when we do that, we can just
So we
kinda-
know nothing's flying around.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're not loosening any hoses there.
Right.
And then yeah, as we turn them on, we just figure out where the leak's coming from.
Okay. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that looks so much cooler with all the hoses and stuff in there. It looks freaking awesome. Garrett, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely,
I
man.
appreciate you bringing it. He brought the tanks, he built the system, he did all the research. So, in your opinion, honest opinion, we obviously have a leak somewhere under the dash.
Yeah.
From what you've seen plumbing wise, as far as like scuba lines and airlines go, is there anything, if it had to be replaced, that does not look normal to you?
No. So anything we have to replace, we might get some custom hoses built.
Okay.
If it's an actual blown hose. What it probably is, and what everyone just saw, is O-rings right there at the end.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
connection
Even our
can
brand new
easily
O-ring.
blow. Yeah, that was a brand new regulator.
Right.
They can blow sometimes if it gets loosened up or whatever.
Okay.
And we had to twist those hoses to
Right.
put it in there, so it just twisted it off.
Yeah.
And so it could just be something as simple as that. We just change the O-ring, it's good to go. If we have to replace the hoses,
Okay.
we can do it. We just got to order them, and they have to be specially manufactured.
Okay.
And we can get that done, no problem.
Perfect. But as far as getting it into the water, we need electrical to be 100%. We're like 80% there. And then we need air to be 100%. And we don't really know how close we are. We have it hooked up. So the hard part was like getting that back plate to work, because that's what runs pressure to the entire cabin. We just have to find the weak point now. So we got to tear it apart a little bit more, but that's good news because we have to tear it apart anyway. So anytime we find failures, it just lets us build it back better, because the technology now is better than it was then. So it's just getting way better parts. Hammer mode. I'm straight hammer mode now. All right, I'm Operation Hammers in full effect, baby.
Okay, why is
is your screwdriver so much bigger than mine?
We're just,
It's just the hand I was
it's
dealt.
subliminal. We're letting them know.
Just the hand I was dealt, man. You're under there, though. Oh, I don't like that. I just don't want to crack this piece.
Yeah.
This is like such a pretty piece. There she goes. Oh my gosh, dude, it's coming.
All right, we're gonna have to
Wiggle it.
slide this way. I think we're gonna have to take.
Oh, hold on. There's stuff. There's these. Hey, you know old Jiggle J just out here doing it, Bubba.
I prefer you to rip it off.
Look at that. Where the hell is the air coming from? There's so much air under there.
Well, we're probably gonna have to send
Oh.
some air.
Bro,
Yep.
big hole. Oh, is this locked in somehow?
Yep.
Big hole right there?
Yep.
That's probably where that air's coming through.
Yep.
And it probably just keeps all this pressurized just like we thought. So we just need to seal it better. That is dry though, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that these components look incredible.
Yeah.
They look incredible. Just
You
incredible.
wanna give it a little bit of air and make sure that that's where
Oh yeah,
everything's coming
yeah.
from.
Actually, let's test it for sure. Coming out of there. That's an incredible amount of pressure in there.
I don't see any corrosion, which is very positive. Very positive.
Head mount's a little tight. Goodness gracious, boy. Okay. I think we're at a stopping point, huh? It's probably a stopping point there. Got to reseal all that. I mean, we learned a lot today. That's the biggest thing. We learned a lot. Me and Corey turned this back into the high school dates back in the day, boy, fogging up the windows. Golly. All right, I think it is time to close up shop for the evening with the old submarine. We got a lot of stuff done today. A lot of big moments happened today. We've got scuba tanks installed. We've got custom regulators built for this thing. We've got a few small parts and pieces that we need. We took out the electrical panel, took a look at it. It just has to be resealed. It's not a broken line like we thought, which is great news. We chased down some wires that we need to replace, but we can't replace those until we get the battery packs that we need, but we can't get those until the forklift certified battery technician gets us the ones. He's been texting us throughout this whole build like he is on top of it. I think that's probably the most exciting thing that's been in that shop in a while. So he seems super on board with it. So big thanks to him for just helping us out so much with that. So yeah, I mean, the next video is not gonna be a water test. The next video, we're gonna reseal some stuff. We're gonna be making some custom stuff. And I've got some fun air stuff that we're gonna do next time with the submarine. But after that, depending on the battery pack, we could have a real water test. And if the battery pack is really out 6 or 8 weeks or however long, then we will probably do a temporary battery pack that will power us, but will not be the permanent one, just so we can get a water test. So the air stuff is almost done. Electrical is, I'd say, done other than the battery pack. And our next sub video is gonna be some really cool custom stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have loved the sub series. And honestly, it's been one of the most exciting videos that I get to make too. It's like we're all little kids every time we get in there, and we got some more special gadgets coming. So if you guys are new to the channel, I do a lot of underwater stuff, including submarine pilot now. I have to add that to my resume, and I hope you guys enjoyed and consider subscribing if you're new. With that being said, that is gonna wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoy, and we will see you in the Jiggin Micro Sub Factory 2 on the next adventure. Peace out. Why don't I just have 2 suction cup mounts? I'm a professional YouTuber with no mounts.
And then once we get past this plug, we're probably gonna pull that joystick controller, check the underside, make sure there's no corrosion, all that's good. And then out of there, all this will hopefully be good.
Yeah,
This is all sealed.
Pretty sure.
Are you guys not worried that like if we jiggle the wrong wire and then like all the components are just like fused together since 1998 and it's just like, no?
No.
You have no worries, okay.
You know why I'm not worried about it?
Because I still.
Because you know how to rebuild it?
Because we can rebuild it.
Okay, well, hey man, that's why you guys are the guys. It's nap time for me. I'm in a laid down position, honestly. You guys just let me know when you're done.
I mean, all it is a six point contact ball.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Just a rotary joystick.
if it was a 7 contact point ball, that just wouldn't even make sense. So I'm glad they went with this.
I don't know anything. That's why these guys are here.